Well, good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining us, and welcome to High School Wrestling on the Region Sports Network, presented by Team Toyota in Schererville. It's the DAC tournament, the 2021 DAC tournament. We'll explain to you our coverage here in just a moment. They're starting early on us here, guys, so we're jumping into action here. Brandon, you got the brackets pulled up. Nathan Laird, Brandon Root, Louis Acuna here with you. Brandon, where are we starting at here on our lone match here on mat number 2?
Well, I'm trying to figure out what weight we're at.
It's Evan Cruz versus Xavier Hicks.
And we got Louis Acuna, so Louis already knows. He's already on top of it.
That's right. So if you're just joining us, of course everybody's just joining us, we have two different types of coverage here today. We have our featured mat, which right now is focused on mat number 2. That feed is going to bounce around from mat to mat, whatever some of the best matches taking place are. On any of the 3 mats, that's what we will show. And then we also have our all-mat coverage, which has a camera on each and every mat for you here this evening, or this morning, excuse me. Used to broadcasting wrestling in the evening. And so all mats will be shown on that feed as well. So if you're looking for a specific match, you can follow the brackets on trackwrestling.com. And you can find out where your wrestler is, which mat he is on. So we're going to bounce around here from mat to mat, guys. We'll tell Ken where to go. Ken Siegfried, our cameraman. We're going to go over to mat number 3 right now. And guys, who we got here on mat number 3?
We got Owen Bunden and Tyler England from Valparaiso. So Owen from Portage and England from Valpo. It looks like Bunden's getting to work right here.
Yeah, he's already got
top.
a takedown.
Takedown and
near fall. 6-1. Minute and 15 left in the first. So he's already got some.
I think some blood time.
Fixing his headgear up. Yes, already 6-1. Not even a full minute left taken out of the first.
So on mat number 1, we have Roman Guerrero of Portage taking on Thomas Aldred at 120 pounds. Mat number 3, the mat we're focusing here on our featured mat feed. That's Owen Bunton of Portage taking on Tyler England of Valpo, 6-1 in favor of Bunton. No match as of now on mat number 2. That match, we got one coming up here. We got Jordan Watkins of Michigan City taking on Hunter Helson of Lake Central. That's at 132 pounds.
Yeah, so they're bumping things around. Should go pretty quick when they're doing it like this. You're going to have a lot of action real quick.
Well, and for those who haven't seen or haven't been updated, guys, the Duneland Conference, 8 teams. We only got 7 here today. The Chesterton Trojans are not going to be participating in today's conference tournament. Don't have the exact details.
Undisclosed reasons.
We can assume what's going on, but no official statement was given. But Chesterton not here today, so just 7 teams participating here in this DAC tournament. Which, Louis, I talked to you a little bit yesterday, and Brandon, same with you. Losing Chesterton. Yeah, we got some good matchups coming up here today, but, boy, especially we were able to project ahead to the championship round of this. Some of the matchups we were going to see had statewide ramifications.
Yep. It would have been.
And a few rematches.
From the duel earlier this season. And Chesterton, obviously, they got a lot of star power this year, being a highly ranked team. So it's unfortunate that they're not here, but still going to be a good day of wrestling for all the teams that are participating.
Yeah, it looks like we'll just have to wait until regionals for some of those matchups that we're waiting to see. So we're right back at it here on mat 3.
Yeah, that one is Owen Bunton of Portage taking on Tyler England of Valpo at 113 pounds. 6-1 in favor of Bunton. Over on mat number 2, Watkins of Michigan City taking on Hunter Helson of Lake Central. 2-0 in favor of Helson at 132 pounds. Still got blood time over on mat number 1 between Roman Guerrero of Portage and Thomas Aldred of Laporte.
Yeah, Owen Bunn, he's doing a great job here on mat number 3. Very physical on top to open up your day. Get more back points here in the first period.
Yeah, Bunton seems to be in complete control of this match. He's looking to get the fall here. Again, that's mat number 3. If you're watching our all mats feed, they're all labeled for you, but that's the bottom left, mat 1, upper left, mat 2, upper right. Just 3 mats running here today at Crown Point. Three near fall there for Bunton. He's up 9-1 at the end of one. Ken, let's go over to mat number 2 between Jordan Watkins of Michigan City and Hunter Helson of Lake Central. 2-0 in favor of Helson as we start the second.
Yeah, we get an early look at Helson. This 132 bracket is no walk in the park today. A lot of semi-state ranked guys, Helson being one of them. And he's getting an early test here out of Michigan City. But it looks like he's catching them in the scramble position, stacking them up. The takedown almost planting him to his back.
That's going to make it 4-0 in favor of Helson.
And he's running a deep half.
Action resumes over on mat number 1. That was a long stoppage there for blood over on mat number 1 between Aldred of Laporte and Guerrero of Portage. That one's 2-1 in favor of Thomas Aldred of Laporte. Still in the first. That's at 120 pounds.
Looking to run a wing here over on mat 2.
Yeah, Helson's got that tight, but Michigan City's wrestler is doing a great job. Oh, and Hicks with the comeback fall.
Yeah, Tyler England gets the...
England, I'm sorry.
England was down 9-1, and it was on the edge of our screen here for the all mats feed. But Tyler England down 9-1 in the second, comes back, gets the pin. So victory for Valparaiso there. Our next match on mat number 3. We'll have that for you here in a second. Looks like a Valpo-Maryville matchup.
Be mat number 3, 120. That is Lucas Clement and Xavier Roberts.
Thank you very much, Brandon. Looks like we're going to have a near fall on. We got a fall over on. Nope, we didn't get the fall on mat 1. I thought we did between Guerrero and Aldred.
No,
we had a fall on mat 3.
3, yep.
I heard the slap somewhere. Lucas Clement of Maryville gets the win. Helson and Watkins, the match you're watching here, mat 2 if you're on our feature feed, mat 2 if you're on our all mats feed. Helson of Lake Central up 5-3 in the third. That's at 132-pound quarterfinal round.
Yeah, he's in a little bit of trouble here on bottom.
So again, guys, with Chesterton being out of here today, changes that. Again, we got an early start here, but it changes the brackets pretty considerably. Not just the level of the competition here, but we're talking rounds are going to move significantly quicker than before.
Yeah, they're going to move significantly quicker, and
there'll be a few forfeits as well.
And that projected first round matchup that you would expecting going into this weekend, changing up on you, so preparing mentally for a different guy to open up your day.
Watkins was looking to run a cradle there over on mat number 2. Looks like we're going to get some possible injury time there.
Looks like we're going to have more injury, or more blood time over on mat number 1. There's been plenty of that over there today.
We're getting that started nice and early. So I guess let's move over to mat 3.
Yeah, well, we got injury time mat 3. You're going to have Isaac Kleist of Laporte taking on Jack Coyle of Portage, 132 pounds.
Yeah, Jack Coyle is probably going to be a tough wrestler for Isaac Kleist. He's a freshman, Kleist is, and he's only 1-5 on the year, so this should be
These freshman senior matches are always tough for the youngsters.
Yeah, and you know, when you're going out there and you're just trying to wrestle as hard as you can, and you know you're getting a lot of mat time, you're getting experience. But yeah, Jack Coyle almost looked like he was going to try and do a standing cradle there, Lewis.
Yeah, he went for some standing cradle action there because the freshman did a good job hitting the snatch high crotch, but Coyle looking pretty smooth to start this morning against the young guy.
Yeah, and he's that's 2 takedowns right there within like 20 seconds, and then he's putting him to his back, sitting him. He's going to get 2 near falls as well.
It's 10-3 already, 43 seconds into the match.
Yeah, that's I don't know how I like the setup of that ankle pick. I'd go, you know, try to set up a little bit better, but you know he's still going to get the takedown. He goes right to his back, and he's getting more back points here. Could try and sit him and get a fall, but yeah, that's a good job to belly over by the freshman. Oh, that's tough.
All right, let's go over to see if we can get the fall here real quick, but then we're going to go to mat number 2, if we can get this fall here.
The freshman's fighting hard.
Yep.
Kleist is doing a good job trying to belly out here. Good job.
Back over on mat number 2, Watkins and Helson back starting. It's 8-5 in favor of Jordan Watkins of Michigan City. Less than a minute to go in the match.
Yeah, he got a 4-point near fall because injury time happened while he was getting the swipe, so you get that extra bonus point, give you a bigger lead.
Just an update on mat 3. Yeah. Coyle just won with the leg cradle.
He gets the fall.
You don't see too many of those.
8-6, the score here of this match you're watching now in our feature feed. Again, if you're just joining us, we have 2 different feeds for you today. We have one that's going to bounce around mat to mat, focus on the best match that's taking place. We have another one that's going to show all 3 mats at the same time. We have a static camera on there for you. So each match will be on at least one of the streams. You can follow the brackets at trackwrestling.com to find out where your favorite wrestler, which mat they will be on.
Watkins coming away with the W on mat 2, 10-7. He's going to be heading on to the next round.
That's our new match on mat number 3.
That is Caden Ellenberger and Dylan Mullins. Caden Ellenberger of Laporte High School and Dylan Mullins of Lake Central. Wait, on mat number 3?
Yes, yeah, you're right, Ellenberger and Mullins.
Okay, they just hadn't changed it on the on the table. I looked over and I was like,
That's at 145 pounds. Dylan Mullins of LC up 2-0. Our new match on mat number 2, we have Alexander Pioski of Maryville taking on Joey Bangs of Valpo at 132 pounds.
Mullins is trying to lock up this cradle, but he needs to jump sides and go to the side he's trying to lock up, and there he goes. He needs to... Still, he wasn't as far out as you would want to be, but he's able to muscle it over. Ellenberger's, he's doing a good job of trying to fight hands and break up the cradle, but already 5-0 for Mullins.
But mat number 1, again, more stoppage over there. I think that's the first match that started, isn't it?
Yeah.
Over on mat number 1?
Yeah, it's been a bloody day for Guerrero over there.
Yeah, Guerrero, he's up 10-2 in that match.
Yeah, he started out down 2-0 and bloody, and he's really poured it on. But Laporte's wrestler, man, he's not stopping. He's continuing action. It is in the 3rd period, and now 10-4 over there. So
yeah, with all that blood time, you would think he's got a little bit more energy than he would normally in a 3rd period.
Over on mat 2, Pioski now up 2-1. Make that 4-1 after another takedown. Takedown, cut. Pioski in control over there over Joey Bangs of Valpo.
Yeah, we're seeing the sneak peek of these senior 132-pounders. That's gonna be tough because the way this is going, we're gonna see Pioski and Coyle in the semis, so that'll be a nice matchup right there.
And just those who don't know, if you were wondering, if Stephen Roberson was going to wrestle, he is going to receive a forfeit. So he is automatically moving on to the next round in the 132 bracket.
Yeah, almost every one seed today is getting a first round forfeit due to only seven teams here this Saturday. And Guerrero gets the fall on mat 1. Finally, that match ends up concluding.
And they can finally move on to the next one.
Battling all the blood.
Over here on mat 3, we're still battling it out 5-0. Minute left in the second period. Definitely a pace slowdown from the beginning of that match. Jumping out to a 5-0 lead. Looking to lock up another standing cradle. It's 2 takedown. That's going to be 7-0 now. And he's got him on his hip. He just needs to square out a little bit more and try and run him over his shoulder. You don't want to be sitting down on your knees here either. You want to be really trying to drive, and only short time here. You got 10 seconds. Doesn't look like he's going to be able to get him over onto his back. So we move on to now the third period on mat number 3. Ellenberger and Mullins. Mullins leading 7-0 going into the third.
138 pounds, Corneli Central, Adam Blacks, and from Guerrero, Chris, mat number 2. On deck, mat number 2 from Laporte.
Yeah, so the matchups on mat number 1 now that we moved on from Guerrero, it's Nazir Kristen and then Gabe Krister.
Freshman.
Freshman versus sophomore. I believe both of them are backups. Usually Maryville, I think Maryville's 126-pounder is Malik Hall. He looks to be out today. And then Crown Point's 126-pounder, Sammy Goen, is also out.
Now we also have a new match over here on mat number 2. And that is Adam Glass and Cameron Crisp. Adam Glass from Lake Central, Cameron Crisp of Maryville.
And on mat 1, Nazir Christian gets the fall over Crown Point.
Under a minute left on mat number 3. Our featured match, Caden Ellenberger of Laporte going against Dylan Mullins of Lake Central. Mullins leading 10-0 still with 35 seconds left in this match. He's going to go ahead and cut him. Going to look for more points here. Or want him to get another one. Get another takedown. Keep pushing the pace. Ten seconds left in the match. Stall call on Mullins. We'll go ahead and switch to mat number 1. Looks like we're about to get a fall over there. What's that? Colin Richards over Dane Canola. Things moving right along here in Crown Point. Fast and furious through round one.
On deck, number 107 pounds. From the Laporte, Chase Lewis. And from Lake Central, Stefan Jokic.
So now I'm at one. We have Ben Tollard versus Aiden Pollitt. Pollitt favored in this match, the 2C coming in the day at 152. I believe ranked number 3 in our East Chicago semi-state rankings.
Good fireman's carry to attempt there, right to the half. He's gonna look to settle it over. That's tight.
It's very tight.
That's a minute and 20 seconds is a long time to try and fight off your back as well. And he gets the fall. Pollitt walking away with the W there. That was a good series. Able to get him right to his back, right off the dump. Sink in the half. Move on to the next round. So then we can move to mat number 1. On mat number 1, we got Jonah Kyle and Devin Howard. That's the next matchup on mat number 1. Mat number 2, we got a decent one between Cameron Crisp and Adam Glass, if you want to go ahead and move to that. Looks like Glass is trying to get Crisp on his back. Currently, Adam Glass down 5-8. So, if he can get over and try and get some back points here. As we are now joined by Mr. Colza. How are you doing this morning?
Good. The roads are bad.
That is true.
I don't like the snow.
I left extra early just in case.
Yeah, I'm a little envious of everybody that's getting to watch at home today. Didn't have to make the drive. I know a lot of people would love to see this action live, but being at home, eating breakfast and watching this would be even better.
Couldn't agree more.
So we just got a stall warning, looks like, on Chris of Maryville, as he is now down 10-8. So Adam Glass able to come back. That's the end of the second period. So this is going to be a close one coming down to the wire.
And just a little mat 1 update. Howard ends up getting the fall over the Valpo wrestler at 160 pounds.
Just an update for mat number 3. Cameron Williams coming away with the fall over Nate Brumfield of Valparaiso. Some scoring table issues, looks like, on mat number 2. We're getting back to action into the third period now. Glass leading 10-8 over Cameron Crisp of Maryville.
Yeah, both young guys in the lineup for Maryville and Lake Central, and they're really battling it out here in the opening round here at DAC.
Trying to work a 2-on-1 here.
Then mat 3, I believe we have Isaiah Ponce and Caleb Carter.
I think he might have lost his contact.
Yeah, a little eye poke situation. And Chris with the takedown over on mat 2.
Waiting for the update on the score.
I believe it should be a tie match now.
Yeah, 10 to 11.
10 to 11. Chris up by 1.
Yes.
Yeah, so Glass got to get away here. Should be under a minute left. So now the score's all knotted up. We could be going into overtime here on mat number 2. Let's see if they can, some short time here, you got to get a takedown for the win, either man. You don't want to hang out on some collar ties here though either. You want to work, try and get your takedown. He's looking, Kleist trying to get a 2-on-1. Shot in on a single leg. He's getting real extended here though.
Yeah, Chris defending well. Eyeing up the leg on the inside to stop the movement, gets a stalemate back up on his feet.
Yeah, you really need to cut the corner there, get your elbow to the mat, and try and get 2. You get so close in on the leg. Chris able to get 2 at the end of the match.
At the buzzer.
Yeah, that is
To win 13-11.
great job there by Chris with Maryville, able to move on to the next round. We can go ahead and move now to mat 3, Ken. Isaiah Ponce battling it out.
This match has been, if anybody's been paying attention on the split screen, I mean, this match has been a wild scramble this entire first period. And Caleb Carter doing a good job to come out on top to get 2.
Yeah, it's looked a couple times like guys were going to be on their back, and then another guy's on top.
Yeah, that is an Isaiah Ponce match. He's a lot of fireworks.
I actually have yet to see him compete, to my knowledge. I don't think I've seen him wrestle before.
He's really technical sound. He's just kind of puts himself in some weird situations, and
a lot of 50-50 scrambles.
Yeah,
a lot of 50-50 scrambles. Does he have a brother?
Yes.
Okay. I was gonna say I've heard the name a couple times.
I believe he's the younger of the 2.
And then Brandon, can we get an update just who's wrestling on mat 1?
On mat 1, you got Thomas Pharrell of Michigan City versus Chandler Atrium of Valparaiso. Currently 0-0, battling it out at 182, 30 seconds left in the first period of that match over on mat number 1. And then
Caleb Carter, though, here on mat 3 is doing a good job.
He's wrestling well.
He's wrestling tough. It's 4-3 here in the second period. Keeping himself in the match, looking for an upset here. And then on mat 2, I believe that is...
Oh, man, he's got Ponce on his back.
Oh!
Look at that.
Carter looking to upset Ponce.
Upset early.
Wow.
Hey, is this another one of Maldonado's projects that ends up on the podium out of nowhere? Maybe, maybe not.
Could be.
Oh, he makes a lot of those.
A junior who's just over 500 on the year.
That's a good match, so that could be a turning point right where he needs it.
Yep.
It's a good guy to beat right there.
Yeah, and that's just another. I was looking over on mat number 3.
It happened so fast. It was another one of those 50-50 scrambles. And
yeah.
That's exactly what I thought it might have been.
An update on conclusion on the mat 2. We had Trey Anderson win by fall against Jack Barnes from Michigan City.
And currently we're only on mat number 1, so we can go ahead and shoot over there, Ken. We got Thomas Pharrell versus Chandler Atrium. Still a 0-0 match. Chandler of Valparaiso 8-1 on the year, and Pharrell 5-2 freshman for Michigan City. Chandler Atrium looking headlock.
Yeah, went from high crotch inside trip to his back, transition to a headlock situation here on the edge of the mat.
That'll be the first points of the match as well, so that's a 5-point move right there. And on mat 2, we have Xavier Gomez versus Xavier King. So a battle of Xaviers over there on mat number 2. And now on mat number 3, we have Michael Lingenfelter. Hopefully I did not butcher that too bad. I apologize if I did. And Joshua Tuggle of Maryville. Michael Lingenfelter of Portage. So did he get the fall over there on mat number 1?
Yep. Valparaiso wrestler with the fall on mat number 1.
And now on mat number 1, we got Seth Willems of Crown Point battling against Ryan Gonzalez. Willems of Crown Point, Gonzalez of Maryville High School. We can go ahead and keep it there on mat number 1 as well. Willems only a sophomore, 11-2, one of the talented young wrestlers for Crown Point.
Yep, they got a lot of young talent. Plenty to go around. You said he's a sophomore?
Yes.
Okay.
Big sophomore.
Was he in the lineup last year?
Yes.
He was?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought I'd heard the name in the lineup prior. I actually had thought he was a freshman this year, though. I wasn't sure.
I believe he wrestled 152 last year, so he made a big jump to get in that, to make sure he's staying in the lineup for Crown Point this year.
Yeah, you got with a room like that, you got to try and find your spot.
Yeah, I was with Chesterton out. That was one of the matchups too, because he's at 82, correct?
Yes.
I wanted to see him and Lehman was one, and then obviously, you know, the Frazier Lemley one intrigues everyone, but Streck and Bates was one I wanted to see too.
Willems coming away with the fall. Just under a minute left in the first period.
Also, update, Tuggle ended up getting the fall on mat 3 over Portage.
And now on mat number 3, we're going to be having Ethan Reisner of Portage battling Jaden Browder of Laporte High School.
Powerful double leg there for Laporte.
And on mat number 1, we have Zion Garcia wrestling Lauden Garcia. So Battle of Garcia's one from Lauden is from Laporte.
From Lake
Zion. Lake Central.
Zion Garcia from Maryville High School.
Oh. I apologize. That's Christoph Seedorf from Laporte High School and Jay Tucker from Michigan City.
Yeah, that's on that one.
My sincerest apologies. And it's currently 0-0. Under a minute left in the first period. We can go ahead and move to mat 3, Ken, where we have Ethan Reisner wrestling against Jaden Browder of Laporte. Browder leading 4-1, still in the first period. 22 seconds left.
He just got the fall.
Oh, we did get the fall. I looked down at my phone just for a second. Looks like there was a fall on mat number 1 as well. Things moving quick.
Yeah, lots of pins.
Yeah, lots of pins in this opening round. Probably not as much next round on the semis.
We're already in the heavyweights over on mat number 1.
So, are you guys sure about I know Chesterton was out for this tournament. Are they out for the rest of the year?
I think this is only speculation. I assume that they just, stopped it until sectionals. They as far as they pulled out here, and they at least on their websites, everything is canceled until then. So, and there's a few states, or few teams downstate that also probably called it for until sectionals as well. But like I said, that is all speculation. We don't really know what happened, but that's as much as we can assume.
Yep.
And we are watching. Your featured match is on mat number 2, and that is Xavier Gomez versus Xavier King. Xavier Gomez of Lake Central High School, Xavier King of Maryville High School. And it is currently knotted up 2-2 in the third. So this is going to be a close one, battle for the finish to move on to the next round of the DAC tournament at 160.
Yeah, just some match updates on mat 1. We have
Jackson Yagelski of Crown Point and Martin Flute of Valparaiso High School wrestling 285.
And
Just got the fall.
gets the fall. Mat 3, we got Dusek versus Gleason at 220. That match is 0-0.
Got the little guys coming back out here.
Oh yeah, we're rocking and rolling straight through.
I love watching the heavyweights and then the sixes come out, and the difference is huge.
Now mat 1, we have Ashton Jackson, Laporte High School, battling Evan Cruz at Crown Point. So this should be a very good match.
Yeah, if we could pan to mat 1 to start the semifinal action. Crown Point rocking and rolling straight through this morning. Both guys ranked in the East Chicago semi-state.
We started early and we're just battling right through to the semifinals. A lot of high-level hand fighting here, 30 seconds in. Cruz got some decent head position here, but Ashton Jackson keeping a hold of that elbow.
Yeah, he got to the 2-on-1
scoring match.
Just some updates for the other mats. We got a mat 2 still Xavier Gomez and Xavier King. That match is 2-2 in overtime with 20 seconds left in the first sudden victory overtime. And then on mat 3 we have Theodore Sparks versus Tristan Thompson at heavyweight, finishing out round number 1 on mat 3. Go back to action on mat 1. 0-0 end to 1.
Yeah, like I said, I feel like this will be a low-scoring match. I don't expect too many fireworks in this one. Just a current update on the team score. Crown Point 76 points, Valparaiso 73 points, Lake Central 67 points, Maryville 61 points, Portage 5th 55 points, Laporte 47, Michigan City with 11, and 106 minute and 40 seconds left in the second period. Evan Cruz able to get the escape point.
Jackson.
Yeah, Jackson went bottom.
Evan Cruz deferred. Jackson chose bottom. Gets the 1 point.
In my defense, I just assumed Crown Point was home. I looked up at the scoreboard.
Gotta look at the ankle bands, Brandon.
It makes sense that they would have red, wear the red ankle band.
Come on, Brandon.
It seems as if both guys are getting to it. They either get to a tie and aren't getting the head position, or they're getting head position and don't have a proper tie for the position. So just got to put something together here. The good old forehead to forehead. Nice double leg by Jackson.
Good finish. He's able to take the lead now. Stand is 3-0. 30 seconds left in the second period.
Yeah, Cruz here, he needs to get his head up, get to his feet and look for one. Got 20 to go.
Yeah, you got short time. You need to sprint, able to get up, build your base.
And we'll have, on mat 3, we'll have Tolbert and Cortez coming up. I think that'll be a good one too.
Yeah, we see the youngster from Portage facing a seasoned vet in Cortez, a state qualifier last year. Big match for both guys.
Cortez, a junior at 106. Can he do one more year? One more year at 6.
We'll see.
I like Tolbert a lot, watching him at the Portage duels. So heading to the 3rd with Jackson and Cruz.
Update on mat number 2. We got Paul Clark, Crown Point, wrestling Trey White of Portage High School. That is in the 1st period.
Jackson seems to be pretty solid on top. He's looking to turn, he's not just riding. Cruz is kind of stuck in a position where he's on his belly and doesn't have one of his hands.
Yeah, he's riding real tough. It looks like he's got
like almost a ball and chain. Yep.
With Cruz playing on his hip underneath there. That's going to eat up a ton. And then score update on 2. I believe Trey White's leading. Which Clark brother is that?
Paul Clark.
Paul Clark, 2-1.
And Ashton Jackson still up 3-0 in the 3rd period. 40 seconds left in this match. And Cruz is able to build his base. He's just Jackson's got a lot of pressure on top.
Oh yeah, he's smothering on top. He's now in on leg ride with short time, about 20 seconds left. Usually when you have 2 boots in and there's 20 seconds on the clock, you could, it's what the stalemate called there.
Veteran official Ray Pettit's going to call stalemate there.
Gives Cruz some life.
Johnny Cortez now up 3-1 on mat number 3. And Jackson looks like he's going to take this one, move on to the next round.
Moving on to the finals, Ashton Jackson. I keep wanting to say Action Jackson.
Action Jackson. He looked good though. I would have liked to see him open up a little more. I think he could have scored. That double was really nice, and he put together a really good ride.
Yeah, I felt like that match was going to be low scoring. I felt like Cruz was going to be able to get an escape, make it stay in the match a little bit more. Obviously, he wasn't necessarily out of the match, but
and is this
Ashton Jackson was able to be dominant on top.
Is this Anthony Ball coming on one?
Yep. Yes, Anthony Ball of Crown Point High School battling Tyler England of Valparaiso.
Nice duck by Tolbert over there.
Yes.
Tying the match up 3-3.
3-3 in the 2nd period there on mat 3.
Yeah, under a minute left over there in the 2nd. Still time over there.
Ball and DeMarco was one that I wanted to see as well. That would have been a good one.
Yeah.
I saw that DeMarco beat Evan Dickey of Cathedral, bumped up at Team State, and got to be the number 1. He looked good. Ball proving to be a problem here.
Is that a crucifix looking position almost?
Yeah, it was a half in a crucifix position, and I mean he's just a problem for people at 113 because he has the length of probably somebody that should be up in the 130 pound bracket. So
yeah, he's definitely looking tough.
So if you start rolling around with Anthony Ball, you usually end up getting put on your back because he can cover a lot of ground on you on the mat.
And got some swipes there, it looks like, as well. Already up 7-0. Not even a minute taken out of this 1st period.
Looks like Cortez and Tolbert. Oh, gotta keep wrestling there. But
4-3.
Gonna go into the 3rd.
There on mat number 3, going into the 3rd period. And Tolbert chooses bottom over there. And it looks like Trey White, I believe, is leading Paul Clark 4-2, heading into the 3rd period there on mat number 2.
We're getting a stall call on England, Valparaiso. I always felt like that's such a weird call when you're down and you're getting ridden out like that. And they get hit with stalling.
Yeah, I think a lot of it is, guys are working. I'm sure Ball's got he's looking for bonus.
Escape too.
Yep.
You gotta show the intention to escape, not just survive on bottom for officials. And I know that's a point of emphasis. So you're gonna get hit with stalling a lot more these days on bottom than years past.
I think even watching, like you said, just the past couple of years with high school wrestling and college wrestling as well, it seems like they're picking up on stalls
And
tremendously.
Tolbert ties it up 4-4, a minute left in the third period. Ball with the cradle locked up on England.
Yeah, if you want, Ken, you can pan over to mat 3. That one's going to be photo finish here.
Nice shot.
Nice shot.
Wow,
Good
great hip defense.
For Tolbert. Showing guts from the freshman. But Cortez is attacking.
And you don't want to be, you got to circle in here. You don't want to get hit for stalling or anything.
No, not this late in the match. Want to find your ties and get to your offense. 37 seconds left there on mat number 3.
You want to stay in your stance here too. You don't want to be standing up.
And
you want to stay low and get to your attacks.
Cortez firing off another one.
Yeah.
That was four straight.
That was the first stall warning for Tolbert. About 15 seconds left here in the front headlock position.
And Cortez doing a good job of keeping his hips back.
Stalemate, 9 seconds left, short time.
A lot of times when guys go to the front headlock position, they'll get too close.
A bit of a comeback here on mat number 2. Gets, I believe, a 2-point near fall on a tilt against Trey White of Portage. Now he has a cradle locked up. Now we're in overtime. First overtime sudden victory. First one to score wins here on mat 3 between Tolbert and Cortez.
I was just about to say Cortez looked like he was feeling good and then calls for an injury time.
I think he might have to throw up.
Ooh.
Oh, this has happened before, actually. I've seen him have to throw up. And just another update on mat 2. We're actually still in the quarterfinals over there.
Yep, the big guys taking their time.
Yep, it's 4-4 with 10 seconds left in the third period.
And then on mat number 1, we're at 113. Anthony Ball up 10-0. And we're back to action here
Nice
on mat
shot
3.
by Cortez and good defense again.
Oh, right to his back, Cortez.
Nothing yet. And 2-point takedown.
I mean, he got to that double a couple times and looked good, and Tolbert was fighting hard, but powered through.
Johnny Cortez able to come away with the overtime victory on mat number 3.
Yeah, my only advice to that young man, Tolbert, is you got to find a way to get to your offense first.
Yeah, you can't. When it gets to those, deep water rounds like that in the third period, you really got to stay focused on getting your offense.
Yep, and it's overtime on mat 2 between White and Clark.
We can go ahead and pan over to that one. We'll get the finish to that match. White pushing Clark to the edge here.
Yeah, in the seatbelt position. And then, but Clark rolls through with the throw.
Looking to get the fall.
Looking to get the fall in overtime.
And he's going to come away with the win. Paul Clark with the big W for Crown Point.
The comeback victory against Trey White. And then on mat 3, we got in the semis, Logan Frazier versus Roman Guerrero.
And that was still a quarterfinal match for anyone who wanted to know.
Frazier getting to work quick.
Yeah, he's a hammer on top.
Another fall for Crown Point.
And Anthony Ball ends up with the victory on mat 1.
I believe that was a win for Crown Point, win for Crown Point, and a win for Crown Point in all 3 mats right in a row.
Yeah, that's a way you want to.
On mat 2,
finish in that 30-second sequence.
We start the semifinals finally on mat 2. We have Lucas Clement of Maryville already getting some back swipes over Chase Kasparek, freshman for Lake Central. And then on mat number 1, we have Rivera of Lake Central High School wrestling David Maldonado of Maryville High School. And on mat 3, we're going to have Stefan Vitello of Valparaiso wrestling Nasir Christian of Maryville High School. We are now all in the semifinal on all mats now.
Rivera impressed me when I saw him, and excited to see Rivera wrestling again. I see that he had 2 losses. He's wrestling Maldonado, you said?
Yes.
Yeah.
David Maldonado.
We can go ahead and
He's
go to
wrestled a lot
mat
of
number 1. That should
this
be
year. That's when we saw him at Hobart. He was wrestling 106 pounds.
should be a tough match there
Now
on
he-
mat number 1.
Now he's swapped.
Him and Cortez
Johnny
swapped.
Cortez, yeah. There was probably a wrestle off, I'd imagine, for that 106 spot.
Yeah. I'm sure he didn't just give it to him.
No.
Yeah, Rivera, freshman, 15-2 on the year. Maldonado, only a sophomore, 12-6. So both underclassmen here battling to get to the finals of the DAC.
Clement looking for a fall here on 2, and then Vitello, returning state qualifier for Valpo, has a cradle locked up against Nazir Christian Maryville, looking to get a fall.
Clement able to get the fall over on mat number 2.
Number 2, 126 pounds.
40 seconds left on mat number 1 in the first period, still 0-0. Maldonado looking to get a takedown. He just needs to get farther behind Rivera.
He's prior to that takedown, he was making Rivera extremely uncomfortable, trying to jack him up, put him in uncomfortable positions. You don't see too many 13s jacking guys up, looking for throws or foot sweeps. But I think David Maldonado has a little help from his dad.
I was gonna say the last name, I'm sure.
Maldonado and foot sweeps go hand in hand.
I've been in the room. I've seen them firsthand. He's dangerous with them.
2-1 going into the second period here on mat 1. Maldonado leading.
I could never get the foot sweeps down. Not too savvy, I guess.
Now that I'm an old man, I kind of can. I understand
Is
a
that
little
it
bit
comes
more.
with age?
Comes with age.
Yeah, you gotta.
And a little bit more horsepower than than being a high school kid.
Rivera doing a good job getting to his feet. Fighting hands, got to turn around real quick. There, great job to get his one. 2-2, all knotted up now in the second period. Minute and 30 seconds left.
Is that Vitello? He just got the fall.
Yep, Stefan Vitello for Valpo just got the fall for Nazir Christian.
Update for mat 2, we got CJ Reisner of Lake Central wrestling Jackson Haig of Laporte.
Yeah.
Oh, Maldonado.
And that is at 126.
Pancake to the back for Maldonado.
Then mat 3, we have some potential fireworks here. We got Coyle versus Pioski.
I like that. Coyle, I believe he only has 2 losses on the year.
Yep.
One being to Mendez, I know.
And then the other one being to
Maldonado still trying to get this
Freeman, I
ball.
believe, from Evansville, Mater Dei.
Okay. Aren't bad losses at all.
No.
Coach Maldonado's screaming at him, telling him to pull him inside, pull him inside, pull him inside. And the fall for David Maldonado on mat number 1. And that is at 113 pounds. David Maldonado moving to the finals of the DAC, 113.
And if we could pan to mat 3,
And what year is Coyle?
senior.
Okay, he is. Did he went down in weight?
Yes, he went down from 138.
Okay.
A lot of the Portage guys had started out up a weight. As we've seen in plenty of dual meets throughout this year, guys coming down to their natural weight. And Pioski with the body lock.
He's going to have to try and pull him into the circle here. Called out of bounds.
Fall.
That's big to get that 4-point cushion quick. And Pioski needs to stay on the attack, keep looking for turns.
Yeah.
Coyle, where was Coyle from?
Illinois.
Okay, I thought so.
So we're Minute left in the first period of this semifinal 132-pound match.
Nice return.
Yeah, good mat return. Now Pioski looking for this bar arm. Probably going to try to put it on Coyle's back. The top wing on one side, half on the other, gets the fall.
That's his go-to on top.
Coyle still down 4-1.
Now 4-2, gets the escape early in the second. Takedown match.
It's going to be a lot of high action here.
Yeah, both of these guys have been showing so far that bringing high pace here in the semifinals.
Update for mat number 2 at 132 pounds. We're running at consolation rounds. Joey Bangs of Valparaiso wrestling Isaac Kleist of Laporte High School.
Mat number 1, 138 pounds. From Crown Point, Jesse Mendez. And from Valparaiso, Colin Richards. Mat number 1.
Yeah, Coyle here wrestling a lot of upper body. He's I'll try to threaten some leg attacks here. A lot of wild pace and a lot of wild action going on.
Over on mat number 1, we're going to have Jesse Mendez battling out with Colin Richards of Valparaiso High School. That's it's going to be a tough match for Richards of Valparaiso. He's only a sophomore, wrestling one of the best wrestlers at his weight in the country.
Yeah.
And then an update. I believe they might have skipped over the consolation. They jumped to consolation a little bit too early, I think. So you got Jaden Estrada over there.
Yeah, it looks like they're updating it now.
Against is it Caleb Carter, I believe, who upset Ponce in the opening quarterfinals round?
Correct.
So Carter, two tough matchups right away for him. Mendez update, Mendez fall.
Coyle leading now.
Oh, took my eyes off of that one.
Yeah, what happened there?
We watched Jesse Mendez over there on mat 1, and we look over, and now Coyle's leading 7-5. 15 seconds left in the second.
Darn it. Jesse's always distracting people.
The star power. We all got lost in the star power. We're stargazing there.
Estrada looking over there trying to get a fall over Caleb Carter. And he does. Over on mat 2 now, Estrada moving to the finals of the DAC at 152 pounds.
Now I'm so interested to see how that happened. When I'm done later, I gotta go watch that match.
Watch that sequence there. Yeah, Pioski chooses on his feet, doesn't go underneath.
Number 2, 162 pounds. 160 pounds.
Over on mat number 1, we now have Cameron Williams wrestling Alex Cornejo.
Good flow there by Coyle. And now he's up 9-5 here in the third period. Locked up a near side cradle. He's running it.
Wow, he's really trying to push it now.
Getting 2 knees behind the foot. That's not a comfortable position on bottom. And then on mat 1, we have Alex Cornejo versus Cameron Williams. Cornejo jumping out to an early 2-0 lead. And it looks like Williams might have a shoulder injury.
And that is at 145 pounds in the semifinal round. On mat number 2, we have Trey Anderson of Laporte High School wrestling Aiden Pollitt of Valparaiso at 152 pounds, and that is also in the semifinal round.
Yeah, mat 2.
We're going to pan over to mat 2. We'll still provide you updates for the finish on Coyle and Pioski.
We got 2 seniors wrestling on mat number 2.
We got Pollitt and Anderson. These guys are very familiar with each other, wrestling quite a bit last year as well.
Nathan just provided us with all of the semi-state rankings for the participants of the DAC wrestling tournament today.
Only took me an hour to get those 2.
And Coyle.
Pollitt and Anderson 3 and 4 in the semi-state.
Coyle with the fall over Pioski
Ended up
late in
getting
the
the fall.
third period. Yeah.
That was one of those weird matches.
It was a barn burner, and then Coyle kind of lit it up there. We missed that sequence to put him up 2. He flowed really well on his feet, and then
Yeah, Coyle maybe just had a little bit more in the gas tank.
I don't really think that. Pioski usually has a great gas tank. It's just Pioski can be a little bit overzealous sometimes, and Coyle just locked up in certain. Now we have Bradley Conrad versus Cameron Crisp, and Conrad already with the takedown and near fall. But focusing back on mat 2, I believe it's still 0-0 between Pollitt and Anderson.
So yeah, 0-0 going into the second.
And so that could be a sectional finals sneak peek right there.
Could be. Chesterton's also in that sectional as well.
I completely forgot about that. Thought Chesterton was over with Crown Point for some reason.
They don't, yeah, that is correct. They are with. I forgot Chesterton is over there. So you got a guy, Brock Ellis, that might try and keep one of them out of there. But
Yeah,
you never know.
a sectional semis.
As Anderson
Of Maryville.
You got, is there any relation to Ishmael there?
Yeah, it's his younger brother.
Okay. I figured.
we got an update on number 3, on mat number 3. We got Bradley Conrad with a fall over Cameron Crisp.
Bradley Conrad is someone I feel like is taking huge jumps